Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play The Sims 3 on Saturdays, Swans in Paradise. So Arya is still in the future, and by the way, this is my second attempt recording this commentary. My last one didn't record. Okay, and I kept this footage in because I was surprised to see this one sim here with the red hair, because she looks an awful lot like a character from the movie The Fifth Element. If you've ever seen that Bruce Willis movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go look it up, Google it. The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis, and she looks a lot like the character Lilu in that movie, I think, just based on her haircut, her hair color, her outfit, everything just looks just like her. But anyway, so yeah, we're kind of wrapping up our little jaunt into the future. We met the descendants. A little bit of an odd family, wouldn't be what I had expected, considering that, considering the current family we have now. The mom and the dad in the family are both a bit overweight. Not quite sure why. I don't know if it has any relevance to our current family members at all. Anyway, but anyhow. Didn't really learn that much about them, so came back and brought a Simbot back with. So we purchased a Simbot in the future, and one of the first things I went ahead and did with the Simbot was went ahead and changed her name. She has the option of changing her own name. So it says choose your own name, choose my own name option there. And I wasn't happy with the name that she came with, which was Rach, R-A-C-H-E, and I decided I wanted a different name for her. And I ended up naming her Sona. I thought that sounded like a much more lovely name for a female bot. Alright, so here we have Blake getting ready to have a chess match with his dad. Love the kind of futuristic looking hollow, the holographic pieces and everything, but the kind of like a 3D level chess set, even though they don't use the other levels, they only use the main level of the chess set, so it's not really like the 3D chess on Star Trek, even though I think it's kind of modeled after that, even though the configuration is a bit different than you would see in the Star Trek 3D chess. Here, and they're just playing it like just regular, normal, everyday chess. And I just switched perspective to show that Riley, the imaginary friend, is still around. Alright, and I went and I purchased a bot workshop, so that Sona has some options and things of stuff that she can do for herself. One being the ability to customize her look. So you can actually use this to customize her look. So I'm gonna have get that done first, because didn't really like the way she looked. Of course, when I first purchased her, you know, she had like sinister circuitry and that kind of stuff. So she's supposed to be somewhat of a naughty, sinister bot. And you can see here she was actually playing chess with Jeffrey as well. And I got rid of the sinister components from her, and I made her a more friendly bot and everything else. And so I thought, you know, I'd like to have her have a slightly more friendly look. I don't like this kind of poison green glow that she's got going on here. So I kept this footage in, even though usually I don't keep the customization footage. But I did this time because perhaps not everyone has seen the Create a Simbot, the customization interface. So I thought I would let you guys see this and see what it looks like to customize your Simbot. Alright, so, and this, you know, this is the nice thing, because with the Simbots that you had before Into the Future, first of all, they were much more robotic and mechanical with their movements and everything. And two, you couldn't customize their look. They just looked the way they looked, and that was it. And there's the way they dealt with skills and traits and needs and everything are very different from the future Simbots. So I really like the changes that they've made to Simbots in general. The customizations I think are some of the best things. So there we go. There's the new Sona. I like that look a little bit better. I like the colors a little bit better. And she just, I think, looks a little bit friendlier and that kind of thing. So since she's no longer sinister, we might as well make her less sinister. Alright, and so now we've got Riley reading a book on logic. I'm trying to increase his logic skill so he can play chess better with his dad and stuff. And of course, while he's reading, Riley's just kind of hanging out with him and stuff. I still haven't found that rainbow gem to try and get Riley to be real. The only other way to do it is to have a chemistry set and work out a potion to do it. But you have to be like level 10 in chemistry to even produce it. So I was like, I'm just going to keep looking for the gems. And in fact, that's ultimately what I end up using Sona for, is to run around and look for gems. Although I don't include that footage just because it's, you know, just her running around island to island looking for gems. You know, oh, I have the gem finder, I have the collection finder thing. And so while she was out looking for gems, she discovered an uncharted island, which was kind of cool. This is the only uncharted island that you can find without having to do some special things in the game. You just have to be in proximity of the island with a boat and you discover it, which is kind of cool. All the other uncharted islands, which are just basically shrouded in mist, if you look at the kind of the world view, the only way to discover them is through, like I said, special interactions and things. I don't remember what they all are, so I'm not going to go into that now. But with this little island, I took a look to see what the options were with it, and you can convert it to a resort. So I figured, why not? Let's convert this to a resort. And I kept it the same name because I'm not that good with names, so I figured, Barrel Shoals sounds good to me. And it's a cute little island. It's tiny, so it really doesn't have a lot of options in terms of what you can do on it. But, okay, you do have the resort management interface here. You can choose uniforms, improve the resort, that kind of thing. And so the first thing I did is, well, you kind of have to, like, the island by itself is not much of a resort without, like, buildings and stuff. So here is the final product so far of our little Barrel Shoals resort. They got 3 little cabins that people can stay in. There's a check-in at the house on top of the hill that I built, and there's a little food vendor stand as well. And that's, right now, that's about it. There really isn't much room for more at the moment. And then I got a warning in the game that the resort was going to get shut down because it wasn't making a profit. And you can see here revenue is 306 and expenses is 460. So it's like, okay, well that's obviously not maintainable. So I realized I had one too many staff members. I had 3 medium quality, and I only needed 2 because I need 1 person for the front desk and I need another person for the food stand, and that's it. I don't really need a 3rd person. Apparently the bungalows clean themselves. You don't have a cleaning staff on hand. So I went ahead and I reduced the staff to 2, and then I also went ahead and hired a new desk clerk as well. So I replaced the desk clerk, reduced the staff, and also improved the food stand quality from low to medium. And you'll see here occupancy right now, there's 9 out of, there's enough rooms for up to 27 people in the resort. Right now occupancy is at 9 people. So that's why it's just not making enough money. So now that I made those changes, let's take a look at it again. And sorry that was a bit quick, but it's at full capacity and $800 in revenues and $400 in expenses. So much better. Okay, so moving right along, Blake has a birthday, and he's still in werewolf mode. It's fall. We just had a full moon, which is why he wolfed out in the first place. And I'd gotten a warning about him having his birthday on the next day, so I went ahead and planned a party. And here he is about to blow out his birthday cake. And he starts falling asleep right immediately after trying to blow his candles. This is the only party I throw for him for his birthday, but I actually try aging him up on 3 other occasions with birthday cakes. I ended up like with cakes on a lot. And every single time he blows out the candles, and I thought maybe this time it was because he was exhausted and everything, so I waited until he was not hungry, not exhausted, empty bladder, full hygiene, social was good, fun was good, like he's all green everywhere. And then did it with the birthday cakes, and every single time he did not age up. I checked the options, yes, aging is an age, so that wasn't the problem. So either he personally just wasn't ready to age up yet, he just didn't want to grow up yet. Which was fine because it actually gave me an extra day to get his grades from a B to its A. But still, it was kind of annoying. Okay, so here we've got, obviously, with Jeffrey, and he's working. This is actually one of his first assignments outside of his rabbit hole job, where he's giving vaccinations. So he's giving vaccinations to people, and just look at this needle that he's got. First of all, it's like a gun, and it's like the size of a very big gun. And you can see the people's reaction as he's trying to vaccinate them, and they're all like, ow! I'm like, I'd come near me with a needle like that, I'd run away screaming from you, let me tell you. Last year I got a flu vaccine, and I insisted they got the, ow, it just hurts. Just looking at it hurts. But with the flu vaccine, you can get it up a nasal spray instead of a shot. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm doing, because I don't like needles, and that just freaks me out every time I see it. It's just so big. I'm sure that the game designers did that on purpose. Oh yeah, and Aria got a call, and I'm like, no, don't talk to them and stuff. So. And you see you got these little love heart interaction things happening, even though Jeffrey doesn't have the same cheats that I gave Arya's mom ages and ages ago. This is just something that just happens to be in the game, I think. Alrighty, so now we've got Jeffrey going ahead and doing some trait changes for Sona. So for 10,000 lifetime reward points, you can buy a random mix of trait chips, and so these are the ones I got, and I thought I would do some upgrading. There was a sinister one in the bunch, and I just sold it because I really don't want a sinister bot in the house. I like my bots to be nice, so I gave her the handy bot trait. I gave her the Steel Chef trait, so she's like max skill on handiness and cooking, so she can help with repairs and cooking in the house. And then I got rid of the holographic thing and gave her the artistic thing instead, so that she can actually do painting and stuff. Alright, and then finally, after many failed attempts of birthdays, Jeffrey just decides, okay, I'm ready to age up now, and just starts doing his little birthday thing and aging up on his own. So I guess my guess is, because I didn't have this book before, that he just wanted to wait until he was ready. So maybe they're getting a little too autonomous for their own good. Alright, so with that being said, I couldn't decide what trait to give him, so I ended up giving him Loves to Swim, because he lives in a tropical island setting. And I thought, well, why not? You should at least enjoy swimming if you're going to be in the tropical islands. And who knows, he might meet a mermaid someday. I might have him go out diving with the mermaids at some point or something. I haven't done too much with the Isla Paradiso expansion yet, other than, you know, obviously boating between islands. And now we've got the resort, so that was the first kind of real Isla Paradiso thing that I've done. Got plenty of futuristic stuff that I've done, so I love the Cities of the Future expansion. I'm sorry, not Cities of the Future, Into the Future. I also have the Sim City Into the Future, Cities of the Future. Alright, so it looks like Riley's having a birthday too. So I'm gonna keep calling Riley it because, like I said, I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. Really can't tell. But Riley's all grown up here. Well, at least we have a teenage imaginary friend now. We'll keep looking for that rainbow gem. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. Really digging the long hair on Blake. I kind of like that look on him. It makes him a little different, so I'm probably gonna keep his hair the way it is. I may change his clothing and stuff, but I may keep his hair that way. I kind of like it. Alright, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would greatly appreciate a subscription. And look forward to next week. We might go back into the future again and see how our descendants have changed or not. And see what mischief Blake may or may not get into now that he's a teenager. Alright, until next week, you take care. Bye-bye.